I really feel like this is for someone who's been like in a season of like development. Like you've been hidden, you've been learning, you've been growing, like myself. But I believe right now the Lord is like beginning to shift people from like a season of like preparation into like actually standing with him. So a few days ago on the 27th, I had a dream and I was like inside this large house, almost like a mansion. And there was this man like completely dressed in like a black morph suit, like head to toe, completely blacked out. And like, he wasn't really attacking me. He was just constantly like distracting me and annoying me. And it just felt like he was just trying to keep me from doing what was at hand, like what was in front of me, trying to keep me from doing what I actually needed to be doing. And the more I think about it and thought about it after I woke up that morning, the more I realized that's exactly sometimes how the enemy works so often. Not always like through huge attacks, but like through constant distractions, right? Noise, interruptions, little things that, like slowly pull your attention away from the presence of God and getting in the presence of God. Recently after this past weekend, I was talking with my pastor about this very thing. I brought this dream up to him after his message because he was talking about cutting out distractions and like social media and all these things that the enemy uses to create noise in our life. Because if the enemy can keep us distracted, he'll keep us from building the altar of worship that God's called us to build. Throughout Scripture, the altar is where worship happens. It's where prayer happens. It's where heaven meets earth. It's where we bring heaven down into earth. And the enemy wants to keep you so busy to reacting that you never stop long enough to worship. Then the dream shifts, right? Instead of this guy chasing me, I realized I looked down, I had a sword in the dream, and I started chasing him now. And I flipped the script. And I feel like for a lot of you, God's calling you to flip the script. And I cornered him in this narrow hallway. And literally, it was like Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail, the Knights Who Say Knee. Like, it wasn't gruesome. There wasn't like blood all over the place. But I literally, I chopped off his arms and legs until all that remained was just like this stump. Like, he was torso and head. And he couldn't manipulate anything anymore. He couldn't interfere anymore. He couldn't distract me anymore. And immediately I felt like the Lord was reminding me the enemy loses his influence when we begin using the sword of the Spirit the way God intended. The word, prayer, worship, not reacting in fear, but standing in the finished work of Jesus.